and he was one of the favorites to win this year's French Open. But he was knocked out yesterday in the quarterfinal by Diego Schwartzman, who will now meet the great Rafael Nadal in the semi-final. And before you say, oh, forget it, Nadal is in the final, remember that it was Diego Schwartzman who knocked Nadal out of the Italian Open. So maybe Nadal will get his revenge, or Diego Schwartzman will do it again to Rafael Nadal. So that's what is happening in the world of tennis. And in football, we can tell you that your mighty Super Eagles are battle ready. There was a training game yesterday in the camp of the Super Eagles. Ahmed Musa bagged a brace in that encounter. So we'll be telling you everything that's happening in the camp of the Super Eagles as we progress. Welcome to the show. My name is Saliu Ibrahim, but they call me the Sports Ibracadabra because I bring magic to sports presentation and analysis. Egosa Agbekan, the sports maestro, is also here. Egosa, good morning and welcome. Let us begin with tennis. We saw some explosive games yesterday, and the one that really excited everybody was Diego Schwartzman versus Dominic Thiem. 5 sets it went, over 5 hours. Dominic Thiem said it was the longest match he has ever been involved in, and in the end he just had absolutely nothing left in the tank. He gave it his all. Remember that in the 4th round he needed 5 sets to win. He took on Gaston, but he was on. He won that encounter in a 5 set. But yesterday it was just too much for him, and Diego Schwartzman was the guy who had the stamina to outlast Dominic Thiem. So it is Diego Schwartzman in the semi-final.
Well, big shock for Dominic Thiem. Everyone expected him to build on that.
Not really a shock. Diego Schwartzman, come on.
He's a very good
Diego Schwartzman is somebody that has beaten Nadal on clay. It's not a shock that he beat Dominic Thiem. For me, it was absolutely not a shock. I was expecting something like that could happen.
Yeah, I understand it went into 5 sets, but you know, looking at the pedigree of both players at the moment, yes, coming from that US Open with the title and basking that euphoria and trying to build on it, I was expecting Dominic Thiem to face someone like Rafael Nadal. You know, if he was beaten by Rafael Nadal, fine, I would say okay, that was you know, he was beaten by somebody who is more better on clay. Fine, but Diego Schwartzman on his own has even knocked out Rafael Nadal in the Italian Open right there in Rome. So it was a tight one going to that game. But I understand after knocking out Hugo Gaston, who knocked out Stanislav Wawrinka. You know,
yeah, and he needed 5 sets in that
match. So it was really tight for
playing
him.
Playing 5 sets back to back. Not easy.
Yeah, it was.
Where I know Roger Federer has done it, Rafael Nadal has done it, Novak Djokovic has done it. Some other players have done it, but it is not easy.
Yeah,
yes, it takes so much from you to win 2 5-setters.
Yeah, it wasn't easy for him, though. He bowed out 6-2 in the deciding set, which was really a tight one. Yes, he fought to the end, but I think he has what it takes to go on to relax and do some great stuff in other tournaments. But it was Diego Schwartzman who was better, or maybe rested more than Dominic Thiem, you know. And
I think Dominic Thiem said he was over the limit physically, as in he has given it his all and he had absolutely nothing left. And look at the different set. First set,
7-6
Dominic Thiem won. Diego Schwartzman won 7-6, which means that it went to a tie break. And in the tie break, we saw that Dominic Thiem just faded. He lost that tie break 7-1. He now won the second set 7-5. Yeah, although this one did not go to a tie break, but it still went very far because normally you win 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4. But when your opponent gets to 5, it means you cannot win by getting to 6 first. You have to win by 2 clear games, and that was what he needed in game 2. So he won that 7-5. So that was a very long game. Then the third set, he won it again, but he needed a tiebreak. He won 7-6, and even that tiebreak went far. He won 8-6. Yes, in that tiebreak. The fourth set went to they needed another tiebreak there.
7-5.
So Dominic Diego Schwartzman won it 7-6. So it's like the first 4 sets were long.
Yeah.
The one that did not go to a tie break, the Dominic team won it 7-5, which was also a pretty long set. And in the 5th set, I mean, somebody had in the fourth round, he beat Hugo Gaston in 5 sets, and so he just did not have anything left. And you could see clearly that this was the most one-sided set of the 5. Diego Schwartzman had more in the tank, and he won this comfortably 6-2.
Yeah, good one for Diego Schwartzman, but for him, he's also going to be playing against Rafael Nadal. Although he had an easy run, though the first one got into tie-break, in Nadal's game against Jack Sinner, but he went on to win the remaining sets. Jannik Sinner went on to win the remaining sets. And going into that, he could play in the mind of Nadal. If I don't bring my A game from the blast of the whistle, it might be another shocker for me from Diego Schwartzman, who's also very good on the clay. So it's going to be tough a little, but I still see Nadal as favorite because this is his 13th.
Nadal is the favorite, but honestly, I would not be surprised if Diego Schwartzman wins. I would not be surprised. He's beaten Nadal on clay before.
Yeah, so that tells you how good
Nadal has not dropped the set. I don't think he's not dropped the set in this tournament. He and Novak Djokovic. So he's really red hot for this. And knowing that Diego Schwartzman knocked him out of the Italian Open, he would feel, okay, I've got to put this guy in his place. And so this is going to be a really
it could be 5 sets, it could be 4 sets, it could still be straight sets, but anything can happen. So if it goes either way, I'm sure they both deserve it. But to me, I think this is one way for Nadal to get close to his 13th crown when it comes to clay. So he has everything in his own hands to go out against Schwartzman. But for you to beat Schwartzman, you just have to bring his A game. If not, there could be an upset.
Well, Rafael Nadal beat Jannik Sinner 7-6, 6-4, 6-1. So congratulations to him. He is in the semi-final. He'll be playing against Diego Schwartzman, who, as we told you, knocked out one of the pre-tournament favorites, Dominic Thiem, in 5 sets. Then we go to the women's side now.
Singles.
Yeah. Iga Swiatek of Poland. This girl is living her dream. She beat Martina Trevisan 6-3, 6-1. So she is through to the semi-final. She's through to the semi-finals. Yeah. Then we've got Nadia Podoroska, who defeated Elena Svitolina 6-2, 6-4. I think we broke this one yesterday. So for today, the matches that we are expecting at the French Open, we'll have more of the women's games.
For today, Petra Kvitova at 11 will take on Laura Siegemund, while Daniel Collins will now face Sophia Kenny, and these are the semi-final matches for the women's singles. Then we look at the men's singles.
For the men,
Andrei Rublev will take on Greek Stefanos Tsitsipas. Then Novak Djokovic will now face Pablo Carreño Busta. This is going to be tough for Djokovic because Carreño Busta has been really, really fantastic since this tournament started. So I think himself and Rafael Nadal, they are having 2 strong opponents go into this game. But for Stefanos and Andrei Rublev, it could still go that way because these 2 guys, they are very good and they've proven that on different occasions.
For Tsitsipas, well, one of the new guys that we expect to win a Grand Slam soon, but it has not worked out. At least Dominic Thiem has a Grand Slam, so let's see if Stefanos Tsitsipas will be able to go all the way and get a Grand Slam win. I mean, they must be sick and tired of the sight of Rafael Nadal winning the French Open, and Novak Djokovic also, whenever he plays a Grand Slam, seems he is a favorite to win it. We know Roger Federer is not playing, but Federer has not been as dominant the last couple of years as Novak Djokovic in particular, then Rafael Nadal. We know on clay, Rafael Nadal is almost unbeatable. On other surfaces, well, you could stand a chance, but he's also gone on to win the Australian Open. He's won it once. He's won the US Open, I think 3 times. Has also won the Wimbledon. He's won Wimbledon. It's 2 or 3 times now. He's also won at Wimbledon. So great tennis ahead. We wait to see who wins this, and then hopefully in the evening we'll have some updates to give you concerning Roland Garros, the French Open. All right, let's go to cycling now and talk about something a bit unusual. The Giro d'Italia is on. Giro d'Italia is one of the most prestigious cycling competitions in the world. There are three of the biggest cycling competitions in the world. Number one, of course, the Tour de France. Then you have Giro d'Italia. Then Vuelta España. Okay, these are the three biggest cycling competitions in the world. So yesterday, when crashes and injuries are nothing new in cycling. It happens, but no, it's not every time that you have a crash being caused by a helicopter that was flying too low. It caused the crash at the end of stage 4 of the Giro d'Italia, and Italy's Luca Wackerman was taken to hospital after the helicopter crash that crashed. And we also had Vinny Zabu and Etienne Van Empel. Both of them, they fell in the incident. So the Dutch rider Empel was able to get back, but his teammate was not fortunate. So Wackerman was sent to the hospital. They said the helicopter was flying too low and the movement of the air blew up the barriers, and it is not clear if Wackerman had broken his pelvis and that the barriers were not properly tied, and that's what made them to move, and fortunately it caused that crash.
Yeah, I think the barriers should have been tied properly, though they never expected that that helicopter would be flying low. And for that helicopter too, I think they should have also know that, okay, the tournament is going on and know that. But though things happen sometimes without you knowing, the reason why it happened, until maybe I just hope that this guy gets conscious, then gets back to his feet, because the other guy was able to get up, but his own was that bad that he was sent to the hospital. So we wish him speedy recovery. But sometimes I think the organizers should understand that yes, anything can happen. Some circumstances could take place. So before then, we have to put everything in order. Yes, the barriers, I understand that it is tied properly, but the fact that it wasn't tied properly, and that's really caused the movement of the head that blew it up. Well, I just hope that in everything where you have to learn and try to rearrange things better, in other tournaments and other races. So I just hope that they've learned their lessons, and also they'll be able to put things right next time. So it wasn't the pleasant news, but all the same, thank God he wasn't. He did not pass on at that moment, though he was unconscious. But we know that he can still come back based on the kind of machines they have when it comes to medicine these days. So they'll treat him, and he will be back as quick as possible. I just wish him a speedy recovery. I understand that he could come back and decide to continue to race, but if he's not able to race, I'm sure it's the head first before tournament.
Well, Geraint Thomas is also out of the Giro d'Italia with a fractured hip, so he will not be racing anymore in the competition. There is a different incident from when the helicopter caused this crash. And for stage 4, it was Arnaud Demare who won, followed by Peter Sagan. Third is David Ballarini. Andrea Vendram was fourth, and Elia Viviani fifth. Okay, let's go to this story now. Kart racing, or karting. It's, I don't know, it's very if you watch some movies, you see them, kids, those, it's like racing too, but not Formula 1, not even Formula E, not Formula 2, but what they call the kart, it's very small, it's very low on the ground. And so in this race, we saw a disturbing video. An Italian karter, he has now quit the sport. His name Luca Coberi. He's just 23 years old. He threw his bumper at an opponent, Paulo Ippolito, in anger after he crashed at the karting KZ World Championship in Lonato, northern Italy on Sunday. The story is just coming out, and we saw the video. Look, it is dangerous. From my little knowledge of science, if you are traveling at a particular speed, even a piece of paper could cause serious damage to a human being. This guy, he was so angry that he threw the bumper of the car. Although the car is small, but it
has a big bumper.
Yeah,
the one
he held it shoulder high, and as the guy was coming at him, the guy was still on the track. He left the track after crashing. He got angry and was waiting, and he threw it. Thank God I saw Ippolito ducking, so he was able to dodge. And the bumper now, because it was on the track, other drivers that were racing it almost hit them. That's it. If he had struck Ippolito with the force that he threw it and the speed at which he was driving, it could have led to his death. And this guy, he said he has even apologized on social media, on Facebook, that he didn't know what came over him. And
was it Ippolito that caused his crash?
And apparently, but that does not justify what he did. Because you could have killed somebody, and I'll be surprised if I think he should be prosecuted for attempted murder. Please, guys, you can go and watch it. Just maybe go to YouTube and type in Luca Corberi. Luca is Luca. Corberi is Corberi. Just say Luca Corberi throws bumper at Paulo Ippolito, and you will see what we are talking about. It's horrific the way what he did. Because if you look at the speed at which Ippolito was traveling, and you are throwing the bumper of a cat at him, the guy was I don't know how he was able to see that this guy was attempting something, because you could see him ducking, so he missed it. Because when you are on that cat, you are sitting upright. The cat covers to your waist, so you are like sitting where your head is out. And the guy just threw this thing, and I saw him ducking, so he got out of the way.
But he knew what he did. That's what was the reason he apologized. But
FIA, they say FIA, which is the motorsports governing body, they say they are investigating the matter. I don't know what they are investigating. The video is there. It is conclusive. We saw somebody attempting something. Well, maybe they want to investigate what made him to do. But the reason now is not. I mean, there is nothing that can justify what he did. If in a race somebody caused you to crash and everything, they can go and investigate and find out if he did it deliberately, and if it's dangerous driving, he is going to be punished for it. They do it all the time in Formula One. If you cause a crash, you get deducted points, you get sanctioned, you get punished and all that. But I've never seen anybody attempting to physically harm somebody, and after the race, after Ippolito got down, he got out of his car and he went to Corberi, and they started fighting. So they are also going to sanction both of them there. But what Corberi did, to me, it's attempted murder.
Attempted murder is not really good. Even if no matter what happens, you don't have to go that far and try to harm somebody who is driving. So the FIA just have to go into the investigation and see what really led him to do that. But he has said he doesn't know why he decided to do what he did. And for now, he seems he's a disgraceful act, and he has decided to withdraw from other motorsport competition for the rest of his life.
If he doesn't withdraw, if he had not withdrawn, they should have banned him for life.
That's true.
And look, he should be prosecuted. It should be prosecuted. Watch the video and see what I'm talking about.
That was too much.
He almost killed this guy, so he should be prosecuted. All right, guys, we'll go on this break, and when we return, we'll be looking at other sports.
My people, for this period where we know say e no easy, but you gat hustle. We just want make you know say if morning fit show after night, e sure say one day our hustle go pure. This life na general market for whatever, my people. Na the Naija way. Sun no dey stop breeze, rain no dey disturb water, nothing fit owe you. If things hook, you say hook follow hand till you unhook am. Na things go tire last, no be you. For this hustle matter, we dey am together. Make we remain calm, stand gidigba, but no forget to stay safe. This message na Fan Milk, owners of Fan Vanille and Super Yogo bring them to you. Happy Independence Day, my people.
Malaria no let me now the time don't reach with my lot go show and win. Oh yeah, show malaria win. Say bye bye to malaria.
Them don't reach make you collect your mumu button for malaria hand with Malact, the better medicine from May and Baker. We don't make products past 75 years. Malact contain dihydroartemisinin piperaquine, where they work inside body for up to 6 weeks and they stop malaria from knocking you glass bones. All you need do now to take 3 tablets for 3 days and the medicine goes summer the malaria come out your body sharp sharp. Now the power of Malact be that. Malact, your control button for malaria. E dey pharmacy wey dey near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, make you go see your doctor. A product of May and Baker.
Plenty there to win for the 9 Mobile Mega Millions promo. 90 people go home 1 million naira every day for 90 days. 2 people go win smartphones every hour, every day. The one wey sweet pass now the 10 million naira grand prize. If you not be 9 Mobile customer, move come our side or buy a new line. In addition to the plenty millions and smartphones, we go summer you with 1 gigabyte plus 500 naira airtime instanta plus up to 100% data bonus for 1 year. Recharge 200 naira and above. Make you for the win. Promo starts August 10 and ends November 7, 2020 and is approved by FCCPC.
9 Mobile.
When you wake up in the morning before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. Give your family a tasty, nourishing breakfast of Kellogg's cereal, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Now also available for just 50 naira. Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Since I switched to Mamato 100% pure cooking oil, family meal times have been so rewarding. You see, Mamato 100% pure cooking oil is cholesterol-free and contains omega-6 and 9, proven to keep heart healthy. Not only that, it also makes my food taste delicious.
You sure know how to take care of my stomach.
And your heart, especially. Switch to Mamadol and enjoy healthy and tasty meals. Mamadol is tested and approved by the Nigerian Heart Foundation. Cook with Mamadol. Your heart will thank you.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food.
My dear, I am tired too.
I think it's about time we go solar.
Go solar?
With Vertical Solar, we can go solar for as low as 36,000 naira monthly by paying in installments of up to 12 months.
Really?
Vertical Solar range of products can power household devices such as televisions, fridges, air conditioners, microwave, water pumps, electric iron, washing machine, and lots more. With extensive pay in installments plans up to 12 months with 10 years warranty.
Wow! What are the benefits of solar energy?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, zero noise and smoke emission, and reduced generator maintenance cost.
Where is Vertical Solar located?
Number 28, Country Home Motel Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City. You can call them on 0816 170 1105 or 0703 623 4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
Welcome back to Sports Fiesta. It is live on 92.7 KFM Benin City with me, Sali Ibrahim, the Sports Ibrahim, and Agosai Bekan, the Sports Maestro. Look, guys, we're talking about that cutting incident in which Luka Koberi threw his bumper at a fellow competitor whose name is Ippolito. And I've been saying, look, this guy should be prosecuted. Let us just see if we can play you the audio of that incident and how it was described by the commentator. And I'll urge you guys to please go and watch it, and you'll see exactly why I feel that it shouldn't end here. This guy, even though he has said he has retired from all forms of motorsport, I will never race again for the rest of his life. He's just 23. Go and watch it and you'll see why I feel that it shouldn't end there. This guy should be prosecuted. But let's see if we can give you the audio.
And there's Luca Colberry watching at the side of the road. What's he doing? What is Luca Colberry playing at? Oh, Luca Colberry, what on earth is he doing? I'm sorry, that is absolutely unacceptable. Luca Colberry makes himself public enemy number 1. I'm sorry, that is absolutely unacceptable. And he's going to completely negate the officials. They're going to walk across the circuit with him, but Luca Corberri is walking in, and he should be waiting at the marshal post. So I would guess then that maybe it wasn't an engine seizure. He clearly feels that somebody's done him wrong in some way.
Yeah, absolutely shocking. Please, guys, go and watch it. This guy threw the bumper of his car. The bumper of his car at a driver that was coming at him at speed, and he had absolutely disregard for other drivers. He missed his target clearly because Ippolito ducked. But knowing that you are throwing this thing into the racetrack, there are other drivers. Yeah. If you said Ippolito offended you, maybe he made you crash or whatever, how about the others? He didn't even care. He just threw it. And you know, once you throw anything, you are no longer in control of it. You don't know the trajectory that it will take. So after Ippolito ducked, the bumper was on the tracks, and it could have hit other drivers, but luckily it missed everybody. It was a miracle that it did not even get to touch anybody. All right, let's go to something that is a bit more pleasant and tell you what's happening in the NBA. You know that it is finals time, and the LA Lakers are taking on Miami Heat. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the others in the LA Lakers, they are just one win away from becoming champions. Yes, LeBron James was their top performer last night. He got 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. Jimmy Butler, who had a triple-double last time out, wasn't that lucky this time. He got 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. So the LA Lakers won this encounter 102 points to 96.
Yeah, fantastic performance from them after the below-par performance in their previous game that led to Miami Heat getting 2-1 at that point. But yesterday, they knew what they wanted and they had to go for it and see how they can increase the lead. Now it's 3-1 and the pressure is now on Miami Heat. Though Bam Adebayo was able to return, he got, I think, about 15 points, but Goran Dragic couldn't make his return. But Tyler Hero, that boy is beginning to prove that yes, he's somebody to watch out for in the future, because he has been raking double digits in points, you know, since he made that fantastic appearance last time out that, you know, puts him among those, you know, youngest players to have, you know, played in the NBA finals. But for me, I think LA Lakers still have that edge, you know, over the Miami Heat. Looking at the way the Lakers started yesterday, though they won the first quarter 27 to 22 points, but the second quarter the Heat battled back to win that second quarter 25 to 22 points. But it was now the 10 and fourth quarters that they synced things up, you know, giving them 102 to 96 points victory. So it's still one more fantastic performance from Anthony Davis and LeBron James and the rest of them for them to be crowned champions. But if they allow the Heat to come back into the game to make it 3-2, then there could be some kind of tension and pressure going on the sides of LA Lakers, because they'll look at it, if these guys, you know, they're able to level scores and they're going to win this NBA, I think it's going to be, you know, shameful for us.
LeBron James will know all about that, because a couple of years back with Cleveland Cavaliers, he came from 3-1 down to beat the Golden State Warriors, and he the last 2 championships that Miami Heat won had LeBron James in that team. So this is really emotional for him, and he is also chasing his own piece of history. He wants to win it with 3 different sides. So it's really all to play for in this next game, which could be the final. You know, if LA Lakers win that game, then it is all over. They are champions. But if Miami Heat win, then we'll have at least one more game. If LA Lakers win that, it will be all over. But if Miami Heat win, then it will be the sweetest phrase in basketball for those who are neutrals. Game 7, or if your team is trailing, that is the sweetest phrase. Game 7. You know, you want to see that, which means each side has won 3 matches, and then you are going for the decisive one, which is game 7.
Yeah, good one for Lakers last night, 3-1. So let's see how they are going to fare in the next game on Saturday. Would they be able to close things up, or would Miami Heat battle back? It's going to be one match we're going to watch out and see.
All right, so much for basketball. Waiting for that one. Will it be the final, or we will have another match or a couple of matches to go? We could potentially still have 3 more games, or it will be just 1. It depends on how the results go in the next game. Let's go for this break, and when we return, we will be going into the sponsored segment, and that means we're talking football.
Now the time don't reach where my life go show and win. Oh yeah, show malaria win. Say bye bye to malaria.
Time don't reach make you collect your mumu potent for malaria hand with Malact, the better medicine from May and Baker. We don't make products past 75 years. Malact contain dihydroartemisinin piperaquine, where they work inside body for up to 6 weeks, and they stop malaria from knocking you gbasgbos. All you need do now to take 3 tablets for 3 days, and the medicine goes summer the malaria come out your body sharp sharp. Now the power of Malact be that. Malact, your control button for malaria. E dey pharmacy wey dey near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, make you go see your doctor. A product of May and Baker.
This oil is good, oh. Devon King's oil. This oil is fine. Devon King's oil, and it's fun.
Devon King's cooking oil. Now ogbonge oil wey fresh well and the price na carry go. E get tamper proof and e dey for different sizes. So as e dey sweet your belly, e dey sweet your pocket. Oh yeah, jolly inside better. Go buy Devon King's oil for shop wey near you.
Devon King's oil.
Welcome back to Sports Fiesta. We are going into the segment that is powered by BetPay. So let us take a message from our sponsors before we get into it.
It's time to win very big. Feel the excitement at www.betpay.ng, the sports betting company that rewards you whether you win or lose. Stay on top of the action wherever you are. Get the best odds, 150% deposit bonus. Cash out anytime. Accumulate your bonus. You can deposit and withdraw instantly, 247 and much more. Register now at BetPay to start winning. You can also become a BetPay agent and earn fantastic commissions and bonuses. Visit www.betpay.ng. BetPay. You stay, we pay.
Fly beyond the sky, high, let the eagle fly, high, let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria, pride of Africa. There's a place where eagles fly every night.
Yes, the Super Eagles, they are in camp and they are preparing to play 2 high-profile friendlies. First against the Desert Foxes of Algeria and then against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. The match against Algeria will be coming up on the 9th of October, and then 4 days later on the 13th of October, we will be taking on the Tunisians. Both games would be in Austria. And from what we are getting from the Super Eagles camp, they had a training match yesterday. Well, that's what they usually do. So, Coach Gennett Raw, he separated the teams into, that's the Super Eagles team, into 2. And Ahmed Musa, who is the captain of the team, he showed his class. He scored twice in Tuesday's training game. New invitee, Samson Tijani, who has also played for the Golden Eaglets. Yeah, he was. I think he was the captain of the Golden Eaglets side. I think he also played for the Flying Eagles. He was on target for Musa's team, and then Paul Onuachu got the consolation goal for the opposition side. Musa and Onuachu, they only joined their teammates in camp on Tuesday afternoon. Then we had Dele Alampasu, goalkeeper, and Matthew Yakubu, also a goalkeeper. They were the goalkeepers for Musa's team. Kenneth Omero, Chidoze Awazem, Chidera Eduke, Samuel Chukwenze, and Mikel Kanu were also in the squad. Kelechi Iheanacho, Samson Tijani, Jamilu Collins, and Frank Onyeka were also part of the winning team.
Yeah, a good one for those that won, but I think it's good that they are trying to bond before the matches against Algeria and Tunisia. These are grading matches, the kind of matches Super Eagles should be playing, because that will only tighten them and toughen them up ahead of World Cup qualifiers as well as African Cup of Nations qualifiers. So for me, I think they are really they are in happy mood. I think the camaraderie camp right now is really high, and for Kelechi Iheanacho, who was dropped last time out before going on to the African Cup of Nations, now that is, he has gotten his recall, I think he just have to justify his inclusion in this team, try and do very well so that he will be part of the teams that will go on to prosecute matches for the World Cup and the African Cup of Nations. Yes, that's good. The youngsters who they've just invited, talking about Samson Tijani, yes, of Red Bull Salzburg, but was loaned to Hartberg, and they also met Salzburg, and they were beating 7-8 before over the weekend. But now getting to play with these big boys in the Super Eagles, rub shoulders with them, will also help him to develop him both for club and country. So I think it's really good. The excitement in camp, the happiness is really, really good, and I hope that they're going to do very well against the Algerians and the Tunisians when they meet. For Ahmed Musa, he hasn't played for his club for quite some time now, and he's been linked away from that club, talking about Al Nasri, because Al Hilal last time out won the title, from the Saudi Arabia title. So I think something is wrong somewhere, but as a team captain, national team captain, just have to be on the pitch week in, week out. So I hope that he goes on to make the next squad for the Asian Champions League going on right now. So all the best to them as they get ready to face the 2 African nations, this weekend.
So they'll be playing against Algeria on Friday. Yeah. Then after that, they'll be taking on Tunisia. That will be on Tuesday next week. So the camp is bubbling. The camp is full. We don't have injury worries in camp. The ones that were invited before, they didn't come because of injury. Ogenekaro Etebo and Wilfred Ndidi. Yeah. Those guys were injured, so they were unable to make it.
But I hope the likes of Chidera Eduke, who moved from Heerenveen, Holland, to CSK Moscow in Russia, will prove his words, because he was really hot before that move. And also for Frank Onyeka, who plays for Midtjylland. Yes, he was on the score sheet last time out, even when they progressed to the group stage of the Europa League. So for him to have distinguished himself, and that earned him a call-up. So I hope they go on to replicate the same performances, for club as they are about to face the Algerians and the Tunisia. And it's really good. Competition for places, really, really good. And for Onuachu, we hope to see the best of him, not what we saw.
I think players like Paul Onuachu and Mikel Agu, because it's not this is not the first time they have been called to the Super Eagles. So if they cannot take a claim and really announce themselves with these new players that are coming in, the Desert is there, is in camp, you know. So many new players. Zaidu Sanusi is there. Tobias Lawal, that one is a goalkeeper, and some other guys. They are also there, and I think the problem, the one area where we used to have serious problem, which is the goalkeeping department. I think with what is happening now, we are very soon going to solve that problem, because there are many players, and for the first time in a long while, he didn't even invite this guy that he always invites, Ikechukwu Ezenwa. He was not invited this time, because you have so many goalkeepers. Matthew Yakubu is there, Dele Lampasu is there, Maduka Okoye is there, Tobias Lawal is also there.
Yeah, good one that you have young keepers, you know, trying to force their way into the national team and see if they can hold on to the number 1 jersey. It's not going to be easy. And what's his name? Doho. I just hope that he continues to do what
Francis
Zoho, rather, you know, and he's also there. Maduka Okoye is also there. So when you have goalkeepers competing for the gloves, I think that will bring out the best from them. So it's really good. And
goalkeepers are big, especially Maduka Okoye and Tobias Lawal. These guys are giants. I'm looking at the picture they took with the goalkeeper trainer Aloy Agu, who himself is not a small man, but all the goalkeepers dwarf him.
Alampasu is tall.
Alampasu is tall. Of course, we know Alampasu, but Maduka Okoye and Tobias Lawal are much taller than Dele Alampasu. These are giant goalkeepers.
Yeah, it's also advantage when you are tall as a goalkeeper. It's advantage to you, because you know when it comes to area balls, dealing with them will not be much of a problem. But we've also seen the short keepers dealing with area balls easily. What's his name? Campos. Yeah, the former what's this?
Fabian Barthez
is also good. No, Campos was Jorge Campos was also very good. Of Mexico. They was short, but his reflexes were very sharp then. So it's really good. Alampasu is getting a time like this to battle for number 1 set in the Super Eagles. This is really huge for Dele Alampasu. Yes, he was part of was in the gold winning under 17 squad. Now he has gotten another opportunity to do great stuff in the biggest national team in the country. Talking about the Super Eagles. So for me, this is really huge. I just hope that himself and Matthew Yakubu will go on to take this opportunity and get more call-ups, because your performance will depend on your next call-up, if it will be possible or not. So I just hope that they go on to win these 2 games. Though they are high-profile matches, they just go on, take it seriously, and beat Algeria and also beat Tunisia to show that yes, you are the giant of Africa, not just on paper but on the pitch.
Okay, let's see which international friendlies that we've got lined up for today.
We've got so many. Zambia will take on Malawi, Cyprus versus Czech Republic, Denmark will do battle with Faroe Islands, Estonia versus Lithuania, Malta will face Gibraltar, Montenegro will take on Latvia, while Luxembourg will face Liechtenstein. Then Austria will take on Greece, Andorra versus Cape Verde, Germany will take on Turkey, while Italy will trade tackles with Moldova. Elsewhere, we have Netherlands facing Mexico, Poland versus Finland, Portugal will take on Spain, Slovenia will entertain San Marino, Switzerland versus Croatia, and France will take on Ukraine. These are the friendly matches slated for today.
Let's take another message from our sponsors.
If I put this one, I get 500,000. If I put this one, I get 1 million.
Which one will you talk to yourself like this?
Never your bet pay. For bet pay, they go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus they wait for you. If you deposit and withdraw each counter 24/7, and many of them get package full ground, go register for bet pay and start to win.
Person fee be agent?
Yes, now if you become agent and then you go they get bonuses. Oh yeah, go www.betpay.ng.
Bet pay, you stay. We pay.
Let the eagle fly. Let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria fly. Fly me up the sky. Let the eagle fly. Let the
Alright, welcome back to Sports Fiesta. It is live on 92.7 KFM Benin City. I'm Saliu Ibrahim, and Egosai Bekan is also here. Well, Dominic Calvin-Lewin is one guy that has done remarkably well in the English Premier League. In fact, he is the hottest striker in the English Premier League this season. Already doing so well. I think he's got 9 goals so far in the English Premier League, and it was just a matter of time before he was called up to the Three Lions squad. So he says he's super excited, and he never stopped believing that he was going to make it one day.
Yeah, a fantastic player he is. I've watched some of his goals, really great goals from Daniel Calvert-Lewin, and there's no points, there's no way you will not expect a call up from your national team, manager, when you are doing well for your club. So that is one thing about an athlete or a sportsman, as the case may be. Once you go step onto the pitch, give your 100%, because you don't know who's watching, and you don't know the next call that you receive. Even when Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood, when they got their call-ups, they were over the moon and so happy. So though they went on to do some steady things that weren't expected of them because they were naive, they are kids. But for Daniel Calvert-Lewin, I think this is really huge for him. He just have to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He just have to take this opportunity, grab it with both hands, and see how himself and Harry Kane will be the star players right there with the national team. So scoring goals does not come easy.
Our boy Tammy Abraham.
I don't think.
Tammy Abraham right now, there is something. He hosted a party, in his house. Jadon Sancho was also there, and the FA is investigating, and he has since come out to apologize. Anyway, let's just see if we can hear from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. This guy, a couple of years ago, was playing in the non-league. He was playing non-league football. So now he is in the Three Lions squad. Can you beat that? Keep believing in your dreams. Let's hear from him.
I got a message from Emily from the FA, and then from Gareth himself, and obviously for me, I was waiting, and Michael Keane and Pickers got the text message as well, and they came to me. But my phone was in my locker at the time, so I went and checked my phone, and obviously I had the text message, and just very, very happy. We had a welcome meeting yesterday, and he just kind of reminded us what it means and the expectations of playing for England, and you have to be extra careful and follow the rules. And like I say, it's a unique time at this moment in time, and we always have to be extra attentive to those rules, and that's obviously the way it is when you're representing your country. I recognise that for myself, at 21, 20, it might have not been that I was perhaps ready then, but I never stopped believing that, I would get there eventually with the right work ethic and the right training and being focused all the time. That, like I say, I'm grateful to be sat here now. And my performances have got me here now, so, like I say, consistency is key, and there's no reason why, if I stay consistent, I believe that I'd like to think that I'd be in with a chance, and playing in the Euros, which is obviously something and a place where I would want to be.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin there speaking on his call up to the Three Lions squad. Let's take another message from our sponsors.
The 2020-2021 Premier League is here. It's time to win big. And the best way is, of course, getting yourself a jersey so that you can identify yourself with your favorite team. We at www.betspay.ng want to give our punters the opportunity to win a football jersey of their choice. 10 replica jerseys to be worn each week for the next 4 weeks. To participate and win, visit www.betspay.ng to register. Place a bet of 200 naira. The more bets you place, the more entries you get into the draw. 10 winners will be chosen at random in a draw every Monday. All winners will be contacted. Follow us on our social media pages with your username and ticket number to qualify for the draw. On Instagram, find us at BetPayNG. On Facebook, find us at www.facebook.com/BetPayNG.
All right, welcome back. Please follow those instructions carefully so that you get to win the jerseys. You heard what that promo said. You have got to follow those instructions. They said people have been, playing, but they were not following the rules, and that's why you've not been winning the jerseys. So hope you listen to those instructions and you follow them carefully. Okay, let's take another message from them, and then we'll be done with the segment.
Get
Say no time to check time, but this not time to hammer. You don't try bet pay, then go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus, they wait for you. You fit cash out anytime. You fit deposit and withdraw instant out 24/7. And many Ogbon get things full grand though. Yourself fit become BetPay agent and you go they get Ogbon get bonuses. Oh yeah, sharp go www.betpay.ng. BetPay, you stake, we pay.
All right, welcome back. Time for us to look at your messages now before we blow the final whistle. This one says, good day guys. Arsenal fans now are dancing and singing party after party. Okay, ID from DRA. Yes, now they signed Thomas Partey and I think it's a terrific buy. Arsenal getting Thomas Partey shows that Mikel Arteta is ready for the 2020-2021 season from Rapid the Gunners. Okay, we hope you guys will be this upbeat when the guy has those moments, because it happens. So sometimes it doesn't just click. I talked about Maguire, Rashford, Martial, Pogba not good enough, and Francis kept arguing with me whenever I call. I talk about Ole being the worst manager in the whole of England and he defends him. United is a failed club managed by a PE teacher, and until he leaves there will be no progress. Well, I don't know, but I don't think you are in any position. Have you achieved what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has achieved even as a manager, even if it is Molde that he managed in Norway? Have you managed a top flight club? I think we should be careful the words that we use. You can't be calling him names. And Francis was right to argue with him because you were just outright condemnation. I think we should be do what is called constructive criticism instead of just coming to say somebody is absolutely bad. Good day, sports crew. Don't get too much pleasure on Everton, and for my club, Man United, I want them to lose so that my coach can be sacked. Okay. He spotted the jersey number 4 in a gold and green striped shirt. He was not intimidated by the stars paraded by the opposition, and he was brilliant. Mr. Ibrahim, you are a good footballer. ODC. Oh, thank you. And by the way, guess who was spotting jersey number 4 for the other side? The great Papilo Kanu Wankwa. Yeah, so I shared the number. I want the jersey number that Kanu wore on that day. Thank you very much. By the way, it's not even 100% fit. I had a knee injury and they played me out of position. I played as the right winger and they did not even, seriously. No pass. They didn't give me any pass. I was there screaming. I was there ready to do what Finidi George was doing for Nigeria. All those said, pass the ball to me, they refused. I had to come to the midfield to get the ball a couple of times. But don't worry, next time I'll play in my preferred position.
It's pretty passive. Which
is, yes, the defensive midfielder, or I can also play as the second striker. This one says, good morning, sportsman. Oga Ibrahim, I noticed something about Barkley moving to Aston Villa. Chelsea sending him there to ravage what Liverpool did to them, and he did it in a grand style. Thank you, Barkley. My name is Maxim from ATT. If you were that good, why didn't you remain at Chelsea? Francis, your views on Manchester is hilarious, and I just can't wait to meet you and really ask you many questions. You are now excusing Ole, but put all the blame on Jose when United lost any game at Manchester United. Ole is the problem of the club. Jose will keep proving you wrong. Really. But Francis is not here. I'm sure when he comes, he's going to respond to what you're saying. Wrestling, where is Booker T and former Black Queen from Michael? Well, if by the former Black Queen you mean Chanel, his wife, yeah, she stayed with Booker T. And Booker T himself is still in the WWE, but not as prominent as before. He does color commentating for the WWE, and besides, he has his own independent promotion. When you hear the indie circuit, the independent promotions, it's called Reality of Wrestling, ROW. He is the president founder. His wife is the vice president. Okay, so he runs his own wrestling company, his own wrestling promotion, and he's also still works with the WWE. All right, guys, that's the much we can take on this edition of the show. But for now, we need to blow the final whistle.
I never had a word said to me like that. I have heard homophobic language throughout my career and growing up, but not to the point where it was directed at me like that. I felt personally attacked. I was emotional coming on the field, not knowing what was going to happen. San Diego loyal midfielder Colin Martin, speaking after Phoenix rising forward, Junior Flemings was banned for 6 games for making a homophobic comment to him. And that's the final whistle on the show this morning.
That's our package. We'll see you at 4 p.m. on a fresh edition of Sports Fiesta. Saliu Ibrahim, they call me the Sports Ibrahim. Many thanks to Egosa Ekbekan for joining me on the show this morning. Please stay tuned for KU News updates coming up at 9. Bye-bye.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Sapler Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
4 years ago, I got into Benton Idahosa University with a dream and a firm determination to be better. But then I quickly realized that I could be so much more. I didn't even know I had more in me. In school, I made great friends, went on memorable trips. I grew in character, met amazing people, like really amazing people. It's 4 years now, and I can proudly say I am better than I ever imagined. For more information, please visit www.biu.edu.ng or call 0814-990-6200. Benson Idahosa University. Your future starts here.
When you wake up in the morning before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Give your family a tasty, nourishing breakfast of Kellogg's cereal, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Now also available for just 15 naira.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Come see for yourself, oh. This no be the one you go take only ear here, oh. You must take your eyes see so that you self go enjoy wetin other people they enjoy. Uyi Technica, the generator headquarter where they make everybody enjoy generators of all sizes and models for affordable price. Whether not the small one for barber shop or I been a big Perkins generator for factory and big building. Uyi Technica, the place for generators, spare parts, grinding machine, pepper mill, and others. Mention the name and size of generator where you want. Bakam Uyi Technica get them for the kind of money where they your pocket. Bakam Uyi Technica get them. Come take your eyes see for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technica, 7981 and 83 Mission Road, Benin City, and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technica, affordable products for everybody jollification.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News Update.
The time is 9 a.m. Good morning and welcome to the KUFM News Update at 9. I am Charles Oporum. The federal government has ordered an investigation into the alleged missing 2.67 billion naira meant for feeding school pupils during the COVID-19 lockdown. Minister of Education Adamu announced this in a statement on Tuesday. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, had raised the alarm of 2.67 billion naira released to 104 unity colleges during the lockdown for meal subsidies were in the accounts of private individuals. Candidates participating in the Ondo State governorship election have signed a peace accord to ensure violence-free election and accept the outcome of the exercise. Candidates of the All Progressives Congress APC, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, and those of the People's Democratic Party, Eyitayo Jegede, the Zenith Labour Party and Akeredelu's deputy Agbola Ajayi, and 13 other candidates signed the accord facilitated by the National Peace Committee. The signing was witnessed by the National Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Yakubu Mahmood, the Sultan of Sokoto, Abubakar Saad, Bishop of Sokoto Diocese Hassan Kuka, former Bishop of Abuja Diocese John Onaiko, and traditional rulers, among others. Still in Ondo State, the candidate of the Young Progressives Party (YPP) in the October 10th governorship election in Ondo State, Dotun Ojon, has denied withdrawing from the race. Ojon explained that the rumor followed a press statement indicating how 10 political parties threw their weight behind another political party, adding that he did not know who signed on behalf of the YPP. He said his party is not for sale. Oil workers under the aegis of Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASAN, on Tuesday picketed the office of a multinational oil company over the sack of 64 workers. The picketing took place at the Mansard House, Victoria Island area of Lagos State. Some aggrieved members were seen chanting solidarity songs while holding placards of various inscriptions to drive home their demands. And finally, on the KUFM news update this morning, the Nigerian Army says it has taken delivery of more sophisticated platforms and war equipment for its operations as part of efforts to tackle the prevailing security challenges confronting the country. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Toko Buratai, disclosed this at the opening of the Chief of Army Staff's combined first, second and third quarters conference on Tuesday in Maiduguri. Buratai, a Lieutenant General, said while some of the platforms were procured from foreign sources, some were sourced locally through local ingenuity and collaborations. And that's the KUFM news update on the hour. I am Charles Opperoom saying thanks for listening and good morning.